Is G here. Welcome back to my channel. It looks like I'm in a jungle a little bit, but this is the garden where we stayed during the summer. So I think I like it. I like the jungle. What do you guys think of the new hair color? My Italian partner told me that my hair is getting too long to have crazy colors, but I mean, I think it's cute. I think it looks all right for now, for a little while. It's not like something I want to do forever, but it's just hair. So you guys have to tell me what you think. I think it's all right. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something somewhat personal today. And one of the things that I am challenged, I guess, in my thought with about a personal bias. So I'm going to talk about this today. Subscribe to my channel. I don't always talk about my own personal things. I kind of give my opinions about things that I see. But this is something that is going on in my own world, in my own life. So I want to think about it, maybe out loud. Let's have this chat. So I'm out here on my selfie stick because I forgot a lot of things back at the other house. So anyway, forgive me for my, what is it called? If my hands are shaky, forgive me. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Now, I have had some challenging relationships, experiences, whatever. And one of which had been with my mother. And that being a side thing, having challenges with her that led me to feel certain levels of mistrust and concern or whatever. I never stopped having a relationship with my mother, but I think I filtered a lot of these things through that experience with her growing up. Now, my mom had been suffering from disabilities over maybe the past 12 or 13 years because of a surgery that she had. After the surgery, it left her paralyzed. She eventually regained mobility, but not ever to the extent of what was normal for her. And so since then, she has been in pain, she suffered. And my mom, she hasn't always told the entire truth. So sometimes I think I filtered a lot of her things through this lens of my experience with her growing up. And it's not that I didn't have sympathy or empathy. I was concerned and worried for her, but at the same time, I was like, she's not doing something, something is her responsibility. Now, she recently had another surgery to work on some of the issues that she's been suffering from. Now, she had been going to doctors throughout the years, and I think this is one of those things where, as a Black woman, her voice was not being heard. And I'm feeling more like I didn't advocate for her because of my personal biases. And I went to doctor's appointments, I asked questions, but I always left with the feeling that she's somehow doing something that is not helping herself, But I also know that as Black women, we are often not heard. People don't listen to us when we talk about our bodies. I did not see this in her situation or consider it. I mean, she went to tons of doctors throughout the years. And this wasn't like she went to one doctor and then she just went home and complained. She went to doctor after doctor after doctor over the course of, like I said, 12 or 13 years. Her situation was deteriorating. Her physical situation was deteriorating. Her, her medical state in general, there was more and more issues, And so I'm still like, what did she do differently to make this, is it her diet? Is it this? Because every doctor was like, there was not a reason, a surgical reason, a medical reason, based on the surgery that she had for these symptoms to persist, for this to be a thing. This is what all the doctors were basically saying. So, I guess I was thinking, like, not this many doctors are going to be like, you're crazy, lady. I mean, I even thought maybe because of some of the abuses that she experienced in life, this was related to trauma. Our bodies do hold on to trauma, and they can be seen in different ways that we find unexpectedly. So I suggested this, maybe a psychologist, maybe all of these things. So she recently had this surgery, and suddenly they removed the thing that this other doctor put in her 12 years ago and adjusted some other things. I'm not a medical professional, and I don't want to say all of the things that were done to her because it's her personal business. I'm just talking about my personal bias here. Sorry, I've been on vacation and I can't get my nails done, y'all. So I'm trying not to show my hands. I'm usually like, it takes me a while. I'm usually very with my hands, and I can't show my fingernails right now. But don't judge me. Don't be in my comments picking apart my broken fingernails. Anyway, I'm trying to deal with my own personal bias and think about, like, over this time, if I had advocated for her in some way, would her pain have been less? Would it have been removed? If something could have happened? And of course, like, I have limited knowledge of the procedure she had done, and I have limited knowledge of why she chose the procedure, because the things that she told me, I was kind of like, why would you have surgery for that? So it was already maybe biased, but it was something that she does often. Like, she has lots of surgeries, not plastic surgeries, but she's someone who goes to the doctor a lot. And if they say, hey, we got to cut it out of you, she's like, okay, sure, let's do it. So I had already struggled with this personality trait that she has. So now that this doctor did the surgery and some of her symptoms are starting to subside. For example, she had one of her feet was starting to club, I guess, and not be able to walk without a cane. And I mean, like, she's been kind of in this position for a while since the paralysis. And she said that so many things in her body have kind of released after removing this thing, and that this doctor told her there was no real reason that this doctor did this to her. So it leaves me to feel that someone experimented on her a bit. She was not able to get any sort of financial recuperation. She wasn't able to sue this doctor because she lives in a red state. And that being said, there is a procedure to sue a doctor that involves other doctors agreeing to this doctor having done this. And so she couldn't find a lawyer willing to take a case where, it's very unlikely that she would have a chance to win. And I don't know if she has repercussion now that after removal of this thing, she is finding relief after all of these years. But for me, I feel that I should have understood, based on what we all go through in the medical system in America as Black women, that she needed a louder voice, a bigger advocate. And I was not that for her. And I think because growing up and feeling levels of mistrust, and even as an adult, her doing things, saying things, not telling me truth, that I kind of just let things go for my own personal protection and my own personal well-being. And I don't know if that's right or wrong. And now I think I'm struggling a little bit with the idea that I should have been a cheerleader in some way. I should have spoke louder. And I did, the best, I guess, within the feelings that I've had and the struggles that I've had in some ways, with how I felt that I was treated growing up. But I don't know, like, where's that line? Where's that line of protecting yourself, but also, we have this responsibility for our parents, or at least we feel we do in a lot of ways. So I think, I'm trying to grow as a human, and these reflections of who I was, who I want to be, and how I need to adjust is part of that. So I wanted to share a little bit of that and get, I guess, some feedback and ideas. I mean, we all have different types of relationships with our parents. And being abroad also at times, gives me a huge buffer of dealing with things that are happening back in the States and in my personal life, as well as, the world at large. So guys, I'm gonna go. My kids are waiting for me at the beach. I just wanted to have a little bit of time to talk about this. It's been on my mind. Subscribe to my channel, and I will be talking to you guys again soon. Don't look at my nails. Ciao, ciao for now.